Have you ever fallen asleep at the wheel for 3 seconds, woken up to the rumble strip vibrating under your palms, and realized you don't even know what you've been so busy doing anymore? This is Rachel Bauer, 33, sitting in her own driver's seat, hands at 10 and 2, parked in her mother's gravel driveway. She has not turned the engine off. She is a hospice nurse at a community hospital in northern New Jersey. 814 days of closing every ring on her Apple Watch. Also, a DNP program at night, the unit's EHR transition committee, 2 new grads to mentor, an Instagram on end-of-life conversations with 11,000 followers, and a text every morning at 5:15 to her younger brother. 8th month sober. Tuesday, driving home from a double shift, she lost 3 seconds. The Civic hit the rumble strip, and the vibration brought her back to the wheel. She got out and stood on the breakdown lane. A trooper came. She told him she was fine. The leave of absence paperwork sat on her kitchen counter for 9 days before she signed it. Her mother offered the upstairs bedroom in the Hudson Valley farmhouse, the one with the screen door and the porch that smells like cut grass. Rachel drove up the next morning. 2 suitcases, her laptop, 3 textbooks, the half-finished draft of a Substack on grief she had been meaning to publish since March. Mr. Hale was already in the orchard. He had tended her grandfather's 6 apple trees since the year her grandfather died. 15 autumns, 15 winters. Her mother paid him in canned tomatoes and a 5th of bourbon at Christmas. Rachel had known him since she was 11. He was in his late 70s now, in the same faded flannel shirt. He looked up from the second tree as she crossed the yard. "Heard about your car." "I'm okay." He did not look like he believed her. He picked up a thermos from the grass and pointed at the porch swing. "Coffee's still hot. Your mother sent it down at 7. She poured a cup. He went back to the tree. After a while, she came down off the porch and stood beside him. He took a pair of old steel pruning shears out of his back pocket, the leather sheath worn pale where his thumb had rested for 40 years, and put them in her hand. He pointed at a young macoon on the south edge of the orchard, knotted with green shoots reaching straight up at the sky. "Take out anything growing up." He walked back to his own tree. He did not look at her again. Morning. The shears were heavier than she expected. The young macoon had 30 vertical green shoots, water sprouts, Mr. Hale called them, sucking energy from the fruiting wood. She walked around it twice. Each shoot looked alive. She finally cut 6, the most obviously crooked, and pocketed the shears. He came over, glanced at the tree, took the shears, and in 8 minutes took off 20 more. The tree looked half undressed. She felt sick. Afternoon. He pointed her at a cortland and at a thick limb running straight up through the center. "At riser, take it out at the collar." "The whole thing?" He did not answer. She walked around the tree 4 times. From where she stood, 3 limbs looked vertical, and she could not tell which was his. She set the shears to one of them and pulled, and halfway through realized it was the wrong one. The wood cracked. She had taken the southern scaffold, the lateral arm bearing more than half the tree's fruit. She stopped, holding the branch, the wet wood bright at the cut. "I cut the wrong one." "It's stubborn. It'll come back." He looked at her face. "Try the next one tomorrow." The next morning she came down before he did. The biggest tree at the far end was her grandfather's first planting, 50 years old, 3 scaffolds reaching low and wide. She stood there a long time. The swallows came and went. She made 3 cuts, clean, deliberate, hard. She stepped back. Mr. Hale was on the porch when she walked up. He looked at the tree over the rim of his cup. "There you go." The morning before she drove back to New Jersey, he met her in the orchard after breakfast. He walked her past the 4 trees he had hard pruned the winter before last. Each one bore maybe 50 apples, but each apple was the size of her fist, deep red, gleaming. He did not point. He let her see. Then he walked her past the one tree she had begged him the August before not to prune. "It's already covered in fruit," she had said. "Why would you cut it?" The tree was sagging now, hundreds of apples the size of plums, all hard and small and green, packed so tightly the branches were splitting at the crotches. Most of them would not ripen. Mr. Hale stood there a moment. "Wanted to please everybody," he said, almost to himself, looking up into the tree. He walked back to a pruned gala, twisted off the biggest one, palm-sized, almost glowing, and put it in her hand. He kept walking toward the porch, toward the coffee. She bit in. The juice ran down the inside of her wrist. She did not take the DNP exam the following month. She withdrew from the EHR committee. She let the Instagram account go dark. She told her brother she would still call him every morning, but at 6, not 5:15. A week into her return, she was sitting on the edge of Mrs. Greer's bed. 76, congestive heart failure, 4 days, maybe 5. Mrs. Greer reached up. "What's that on your knee?" Rachel looked down. A leaf, brown at the edges, had ridden home in the cuff of her scrub pants from the orchard and lived in the bottom of her work bag for 3 weeks. She pulled it off, turned it over in her fingers, and slipped it inside her badge holder behind her ID. She took Mrs. Greer's hand. She did not pick up her phone. She sat with her until the room got dark.